here's Brody Brazil.
Okay, I'm here and you're here, and by the way, thanks for even clicking on this video and being interested in the topic. These are my channel goals for 2025 as we're coming off a pretty successful 2024. Some growth on the channel. I feel like I really found my groove in terms of content and what you're interested in. I added a little bit to the production value, a new computer for all these graphics, which nobody probably notices. But by doing that, I also got to add the Telestrator, which most of you have already realized I'm totally addicted to. It will not be making an appearance in this video, but probably will be in the next one. So here are some things I want to get into, my channel goals for 2025. The first, and in no particular order, is to continue being solid daily. Now, daily videos is something I first started in, I want to say mid to late 2023, so 2 years ago, technically, I guess, by the time you're watching this video, but ever since then, it's kind of amazing to think that every single day, holidays, weekends, days that I was gone on vacation, I still published a video, at least one video every single day. Other days, maybe 2, and some days even 3. And maybe part of this is the old media side of me where I just want to be present every day. Like if a show is on every day, and usually I publish these videos at 7 o'clock Pacific time in the morning, that's when I want to be around. That's when I want you to know and expect, hey, when's the next Brody Brazil video coming out? So I try and be regular for the old side of media. Maybe that's just me who wants to be present and who wants to be regular with my presentation. I also, though, don't want to sacrifice quality just to do quantity of videos. Like if there was not enough content and material out there, then I wouldn't have anything good to do. I would stop myself from putting out junk just to say, oh, well, I'm checking the box off for today. Because I'm always on the search for topics of interest and the next video I should be making. Trust me, behind the scenes, my brain is always cranking about something to do and something to be solid with on a daily basis. So channel goal number 1, in no particular order, is just to continue the daily theme and the daily routine here on the channel. Number 2 is to keep trending up in all different directions, in the growth of subscribers, in the amount of views, in the back and forth of comments. I didn't put it on here, but also the amount of live streaming that I probably should be doing. I won't lie. I'm hungry for 100,000 subscribers. We're at 63,000 plus right now, but this channel alone in 2024 went from 27,500 approximately on New Year's Day 2024 to the very end, surpassing 63,000. And if you just take that exact same growth, which I'm not promising, I'm not expecting, I mean, that was a very good year. But if that exact same growth were to happen in 2025, you do the math, that would get us to pretty much 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. And I'll talk about 100K in just a second. Why am I picking that out? Am I obsessing over it? I certainly hope not, because I would never force content just for metrics. In the same way that I just said, I'm not going to put out videos every day just to do that and say I'm doing that. And yeah, that is my promise, but it has to be good material. It has to be content that I care about, topics that I'm passionate about, stuff that you're interested in. That's the only way I'm going to do it. I would never do this for metrics. Trust me, I'm a little bit more lazy than that. I want to do it because I actually care and I actually think the material has a place here on the channel. And also this, I mean, know this about me. Once and if this channel ever gets to 100,000, you think I'm just going to turn it off, shut the studio down, make videos once a week and say, all right, pat myself on the back, we made it? No. 100,000 is just a mile marker for me. It's just a benchmark. Of course, I'll still be hungry. There's no question about that, but yeah, I think getting to 100,000, it adds some reputation to the channel. It certainly makes getting the views up and making sure that the content I work hard on, making sure that it gets seen by enough amount of people to actually make it worth my time and effort. So I really do feel like that is something for me to aim for. To be honest, I wouldn't have expected New Year's Day 2024 that I would be anywhere close to having that in my sights. But here we are, I mean, well more than halfway to 100,000 at 63,000 plus. And again, subscribers aren't everything. I'm not that shallow, but I do realize that it's a way to gauge the success and the viability of this channel. How about the content and the stuff that I cover? Like important angles to me, and one of them largely has been teams and pro sports, leagues and cities and municipalities and counties, the relocation stuff that's been going on and the threats that have been happening. And obviously firsthand, I witnessed the Oakland A's and their departure now to Sacramento and possibly to Las Vegas, but all the other teams that are trying to get a new stadium out of something or trying to get public money to fix up their current stadium. I'm not trying to become the relocation guy. I realize I do make a fair amount of videos on that topic, and especially baseball teams lately. It seems like it's happened a lot in baseball, although the Arizona Coyotes moving to Salt Lake City, that was a huge story of 2024 that I was down in Arizona for spring training, had my ears on some things, and now I'm covering it on YouTube on a regular basis. And I think it was pretty well received. Again, I'm not doing this just for the clicks. I'm doing this because I'm interested, and I find out and I see that the audience is interested. So all of a sudden, I'm going to do more of that, right? It takes two to tango. It takes my interest to want to do the videos, but it takes the response interest for me to keep going on these certain topics. I also don't want to be the stadium guy. I don't want to be pigeonholed into, this is what I do and this is what I'm known for. I realize that this stuff is interesting to me and you also find it interesting. But my overall aim, right? I'm not just going to sit on this one topic. And we also got into the whole baseball jersey debacle between Nike and Fanatics and Major League Baseball this past season early on. Covered a lot of those stories in 2024. But my aim is kind of like that, though, to cover what's most interesting to you, the fan, but also do it in a timely fashion. Let's be honest. If something happens on a Monday morning, if I'm not getting to it until Thursday or Friday, you might be past it by then. And even though my thoughts might be better matured by then, or they may have more sense to them, or they may have more insight and background to them, I think I need to get to stuff on a pretty timely basis too. Not just an interesting topic, but I need to get to it on a timely basis. So I do want to keep covering important angles. I want to talk about the things that aren't covered elsewhere, not to say that they're not stories. It's just that they may not make the headlines elsewhere. That's fine. If I find it interesting, it's a great headline to me. I want to pass that on to you. And I also want to throw in a little bit more, I think, in 2025 of the personal side. My own experiences, things that I observe on a daily basis. Yeah, I've done some of that lately and recently. I'll intersperse some of that. Again, I'm not changing the entire theme of the channel. This is a sports-based YouTube channel. That's my number one priority. That's part of my background. It's part of my profession. It's what I do. It's where I've got the most expertise to share and insights to give to you. But I also want to add some more of the personal side in terms of the angles I cover here. Promoting my work. A lot of you may already know that I have a new role covering the San Jose Sharks for the San Jose Sharks. Can't wait to be part of the organization. And a lot of you have asked, well, what are you going to do with your YouTube channel? Are you going to stop making videos on the YouTube channel, or are you going to do your Sharks videos on your channel? Now, let me explain it here. I'm going to keep my work and this YouTube channel, I say mostly separate. I mean, almost entirely separate. If I'm doing Sharks content, that's my work. That goes on all the Sharks platforms and channels. I want and I need that to do well. That's my job, right? That's my responsibility. So you're not going to see a lot of Sharks material or content at all here on this YouTube channel, which I know I had maybe scaled it down already a little bit because I widened out kind of the focus here on the channel already. So you're not going to see much of a difference here on this YouTube channel. It is still going to operate, but I might sometimes, if it feels right, if it seems right, I might sometimes take the best of my work over a given week and just give you little samples here on this YouTube channel to push you over there to see the full product and the final works over on the Sharks pages. So bottom line is you might see some of it here, but that's only to bring you to ultimately what you need to be watching is the full version. So I want to take this audience and make sure that you're seeing what we're doing over there. So again, largely separate. They will not step on each other's toes. I promise you that. This YouTube channel will be separate in a lot of different ways. I will probably use this space to promote my work items. But again, I don't expect this channel to change much. So I hope a lot of you can appreciate that. If that was a concern to you, because it seemed like a common question that I was getting, and it was being asked in a way of concern, which I appreciate, just want to reassure you that generally speaking here, content-wise, what I cover, how often I'm doing it, probably not going to change. Now, this might be a departure for a lot of people who are A's fans on this channel. I'm considering what to do during baseball season. And we don't know yet. Like, how's this going to be? How's this going to go? It's the first summer in a long time where I haven't had my job covering the Oakland A's and pretty much every game that they play, most games that they play. Summer and this baseball season For a lot of us, it's just going to hit different. And we're not there yet. We're still a couple months away, but it's right around the corner. And so I do plan on doing some kind of regular series surrounding the Giants. Is it weekly recap? Is it a series recap after every 2, 3, 4 games? Kind of look back on some highlights and my takes on things. I do want to lean on some friends of the channel who are connected Giants sources and trusted Giants sources. I do want to have those conversations. And you know what? I know a lot of people will say, how could you switch sides like that? Well, there aren't two sides here in the Bay Area, like right now or anymore or for the foreseeable future. At this point, I love baseball. I love the Bay Area. I'll probably be looking for something to pay attention to, the sights and sounds of a baseball season. And maybe I won't be as involved as I normally would be, but I might do a Giants Journal type series here on the YouTube channel. You let me know. Are you really for that? Are you really against that? I'd love to hear it in the comments section. But I will say, just the idea and the premise of covering, oh my goodness, just a baseball team and just their baseball games and not have to worry about votes and relocation and cities in Las Vegas and Oakland and Sacramento and trading away all your players year after year. Just the idea of a less drama-filled season, a baseball season where I can actually get back to talking about baseball, it seems enticing to me. So that's part of the reason why I might do that. And also to help me kind of hit that reset button in covering baseball, to just get back, like I said, to the actual baseball side of things. So those are my channel goals, 5 things, none of those in any particular order, but let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Is there one I missed? Is there one you'd like to see for me? Is there one you want to talk about or comment on? Go ahead and do that down below. Also, while you're down there, thumbs up for me in this video and this channel. That greatly helps everything. And make sure one last thing. I'm pretty sure you are already subscribing if you've made it here this long. But just in case, go down there and hit that subscribe button. That way I can definitely see you back here next time.